thank you everybody for joining us here today. We are at Tin Man Technology, which is located at 102 East 1st in Ellsworth, Kansas. And this is Timothy Watson. He is the owner and operator of Tin Man Technology, and we're going to visit with him a little bit today about his business. And first, I just have to ask, how did you come up with the name Tin Man Technology?
I get asked a lot about that. The biggest thing is when I was working for an intern, it was at Nick Tech, and it was actually in Lacey, Kansas. And the biggest thing is he was an older gentleman, so therefore he couldn't remember my name. So he always called me Tin Man. So it kind of stuck, and I went with it. And when I moved back to Hutchinson, Kansas, to actually live with my actual grandma and real immediate family, it just kind of grew on it, and I went with Tin Man Technology. And it also kind of fluent with the slogan that I have. And the slogan that I have is, don't use TNT, call TMT for all your computer needs. Oh. So it kind of all went fluent with that, and it really went on from there.
Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting. So can you share with me a little bit about your years of experience you have in the technology field, and what exactly was it that led you to that?
My biggest thing is when I was in high school, I actually took a foreign language, and it wasn't Spanish, and it wasn't a German or anything like that. It was actually HTML. And that's the coding that is used for your computer, like for websites or for anything that you see coding wise that's on a website. I took all the classes when I was in high school for anything with computer, and that was in Lacey, Kansas. And then when I went back to Hutch, I went to JUCO and took all the computer classes that I can. So I've actually seen everything that I can, and the industry is always growing and always changing. So I have to keep up with it. In college, they don't really teach you all the basic stuff that you need. They teach you the basic stuff that you need to go out there and find the stuff that changes. So I know where to go and to find that stuff, so therefore I teach myself new things every single day with this industry. So
sure. And we all use technology every day, whether it's at home, whether it's with our jobs, and so it's just so valuable that you are here locally and that we have you as a resource, and we're very thankful for that in this community. So thank you for putting your roots here and starting your business here. I would like to learn a little bit more about the specific services you provide. The first that I wanted to look at was computer repair. What all do you do with computer repair?
I do desktop and laptop, like any kind of brand, to Dell, to HP, to any kind of name brand or off brand, or even ones that you've made yourself, because I know there's a couple people here in town that has actually built their own. Oh. So like it's not an actual, like, should I say, computer repair is more the hardware issue. It's not a software issue. Mm-hmm. So if it's something that you can physically touch, then that's what computer repair is. It could be to a fan in a laptop. It could be to a fan that's in a desktop. It could be also a hard drive failure, anything like that.
Okay, very good. And is this something that you do on site, or can people bring their laptops to you?
I can do on site. I can go to your guys' business or to home, or you can bring it here to the actual Tin Man office.
Okay. And something that I do know about that I think other people would be really interested in knowing is how affordable your services are.
Yeah, I actually take account of everybody around us, Salina or Great Bend or any of them that's locally close to us. I would rather have it stay in the community compared to you having to go 50 to 60 to even longer than that to get the repair work. I know that they will have a tendency of having a higher bill if you go out. With me, I will stay at a, should I say, fair level, so I can actually stay in business and constantly have customers coming in. I mean, I'm not going to be here to make millions. I'm here to be a community-based business.
Sure.
So.
Absolutely. Well, could you tell me a little more about data recovery and transfer?
I am a partner with Gil War. They will actually, if I can't fix it here locally, they will actually pay for shipping and handling for you to ship out the hard drive to them. They will try to recover, and if they recover certain ones, they'll send you an email with a list of all the recovery data, like files, pictures, or anything. And on top of the list, they will actually have a price for a certain amount or whatever, and I get a quote off of that every single time someone uses it. So therefore, if you send it out, it still stays local, but it is actually going to like a California or a Florida address.
Okay. And so this would be something, let's say I'm on my laptop and I'm working away and it just shuts down and it won't go back on, and all my pictures and everything are on there. This is something that would
Yes.
recover that.
Yes. The biggest thing is with something like that, it's going to be either fire or water damage or a failure with the hard drive. It just crashes and it won't move. With pieces that's constantly moving and things getting warmer or hotter in the situation, they will actually have a tendency of breaking down, just like a car. The biggest thing is I've had a lot of customers that, I turn off my computer at night. That is a number one do not do.
Oh.
The biggest thing is when you turn off your computer at night, you are constantly turning the hard drive and hitting the platter. And the platter is a part of where all the data is stayed at on a magnetic level. So when you go to read that, the platter squeezes by the two magnets and reads that data that you put. So when you go and you turn on your computer, it's almost like turning on your car in below zero weather and just driving without warming it up. So it's almost as bad as even worse with a computer, because you have those moving parts, and if you don't warm them up, then they're going to constantly crash.
Okay, so is it better to let it go to sleep mode?
Yeah, just
then?
leave it on
That's interesting.
and have it on to sleep mode or hibernation by just putting it to sleep yourself, or over time, like in an hour, it'll go to sleep without nothing moving or anything like that.
Okay, well that's very valuable information to know. I did not realize that, so I will definitely start doing that. So I think we're going to take a little break now, and we will be right back with you in a few minutes.
Create your own pizza from the crust up, or enjoy one of our many sandwiches, pastas, and more. Buffet available 7 days a week at Pizza Hut in Ellsworth.
Eagle Communications encourages you to do business with your local merchants. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Known for their excellent steaks and amazing prime rib, let Ellsworth Steakhouse be your choice for your next dining experience. Just off the corner of Old Highway 40 and Highway 156 in Ellsworth. Smoky Hill Lawn and Landscaping provides quality lawn care, landscaping, sprinkler installation, and more. Call them today for an estimate. Whether you're looking to build or doing a remodel, DeBrava Woodworking is your custom building contractor. 25 years experience offering high-end specialty builds. Kanopolis Tire, Lube, and Alignment and our team of expert service technicians now offer full mechanical services, from engine repair to air conditioning, new tires, or a battery. Stop by for fast, friendly service.
I wanted to learn more also about operating system reinstallation. What exactly is that?
The operating system is what you see, like picture-wise, like Windows 7, Windows 8, and the new Windows 10 is an operating system. So, say for instance, you're going and you get a virus or something malfunctions in the computer itself, like a program completely wipes out your operating system. You can actually have it reinstalled, like you can do like a repair on an actual service installation part that it will automatically reinstore back to that date. So if, like, say for instance, you have you crash on the 21st and the last thing that you did was back on like the 18th, you can roll back to the 18th and everything will be fine. If you don't have a reinstall date, then you can just, on Windows 10, they actually have introduced the wipe and everything clean, or you can keep all your files, and it will just restore the computer back to when you first turned on Windows 10.
Okay.
So, and a lot of that stuff is pretty much operating system can be anything. It could be from the software that you have on it to reinstall that if it ever crashes. Here recently, I've seen a lot of programming for CAD crash, and that's because, like, either you don't have the newest update and it completely wipes out the operating system by not having the newest operating system's updates on it. Mm-hmm. So I can go in there and completely give you Windows 10 back or Windows 7 back or Windows 8 back, and you will lose all your files. So I mean, it kind of rolls back to that data thing. You can have an external hard drive on the side that has all your data there, and you can just restore back from that, or you can actually have a thumb drive plugged in and then just constantly putting your files onto that.
Okay.
And that I highly recommend doing some kind of backup, even if it's a cloud backup to anything like that. Here pretty soon, Tin Man will have its own cloud backup for customers that need it, and that will be through Guild, but it will actually have my name on it. So it will be something that I can offer to the customers later on.
Okay. And for those of us who aren't real familiar with cloud backups and don't use them a lot, can you explain a little bit more about what that is?
If you have a smartphone and you actually take a picture, majority of the time you already have a cloud backup for that. It's an actual backup that you don't have a physical copy of or a physical location. It's in the cloud technically. So you have the cloud backup, and the biggest thing is you can have a cloud backup for Google, for instance, and you can go and have it on your phone, you can have it on your computer, you can have it on your tablet. And if you have something saved from your phone to that actual Google location, you will actually have it on all three devices, and it won't just be one device. Uh-huh. And majority of the time, people think that it's just on one device, it's not going to help me later on. It does help you out later on. Because, I mean, like contacts, if you ever lose your phone, and with smartphone, it is a computer. I know that a lot of people are like, well, I don't like change. That's a big thing, is that if you do go to a smartphone, you need that backup. So.
Okay, and so what you're saying then is, if I were to lose my cell phone and all my pictures are on there, all my family pictures are on there, I could get on a computer or a laptop and go to my cloud and retrieve those pictures.
Yes.
And you will be offering that service soon.
Yes.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we discussed that. I also wanted to talk a little bit more about planning a website, because I know you do website planning and design. Is that correct?
Yes. Like I said, my foreign language was web design. So my big emphasis is if you're a business or a personal website itself too, I mean, get your information not just locally, but out there worldwide. You would have an address, not just a post box or anything like that. You would actually have a domain that would have the .com or .net or .org on the end of it, depending on what you do. So, I mean, with that said, there's a lot of companies here that has looked about having me look at it and actually make their websites. So, I mean, you're looking at the way that people interpret you. Like, that's your first impression in a way. Mm-hmm. It's just like them walking into your store. You want them to have everything, all the information that they want at their fingertips, and the information given to them when they need it. So I have a website. My website is the tinmantechnology.com, but it's it's more than just a part that you go to get information. You can get a contact me. You can look at what I've worked on. I have a news section. So, I mean, it's a big part of getting the information out there the fastest way that you can. So.
Okay. And so you not only do the design and the construction, but you can also do the maintenance as well.
Yes. Say, for instance, for a business, they're going to want what the next thing is that they're doing, like for instance, like a new member or a new location opening or something like that. They're going to want that information front and center. They're not going to want you to have to like fish for it in a way.
Right.
So I would go in there and I would update like a contact list. It would be like phone numbers that you would want on there. Organization would have maybe a contact list for a new business opening or something like that. Or you would have an actual like an actual event going on, like say for instance, people were like Cowtown Days. What am I going to do for Cowtown Days? And then they would actually have that event saying, hey, I'm going to be open. This is what's going to happen. So I mean, they would have a constant update.
Sure.
And it wouldn't be something that they would just be word of mouth. It would actually be on the website, and they could just go to the website when they want to.
Right, which is so valuable.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to take another break, and we will be back with you shortly.
Join them at Peyton's Place, where they offer a variety of drinks to choose from, or select one of their mouth-watering lunch and dinner entrees. Peyton's Place in downtown Ellsworth. The Caleb Schultz Agency was American Family's #1 farm and ranch producing agency in the nation in 2015. Quote your farm and ranch with the Caleb Schultz Agency today. Fall leagues are forming now. Call for availability. They also offer birthday party packages for your special celebration. And don't forget to book your holiday parties. It's fun for all ages.
Robson's Card and Gift Shop is full of Hallmark cards, beautiful and unique gift ideas, plus the friendliest service with a smile in town. Go to robsonscardgift.com.
Call Anita Hoffines with Millwood Realty to buy or sell your home, land, or commercial property in Ellsworth County. Pictures and details at hoffines.com.
Sites Drug, your hometown pharmacy. We're always concerned about the health of our customers. Sites Drug, offering the same copay only with better service.
Another important service that you provide is virus and malware cleanup. And you do go through Viper, is that correct?
Yes.
And can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Viper actually has multiple things going for it. I know that there is other choices out there. There's like McAfee, there's Norton. With McAfee and Norton, because that's so well known, you have to buy individual packages to get all the cover that you would need. So you would have, Norton would be like almost $100 for a whole entire package. But with Viper, it's only $60 for one computer for a whole entire year.
Wow.
So it has malware, it has Viper for antivirus, and also it has encryption. So it doesn't allow people to just grab your emails when you send them out. So it has a lot more protection that's more, should I say, a little bit more over people's heads that doesn't know what's going on. So if I throw out too much, it might confuse a lot of people. So the biggest thing is that you want coding to stop people from being able to steal your information.
Yes.
So if you go and you go on the website to buy the next Christmas gift for somebody, and you buy it from eBay or you buy it from an unknown site that doesn't have PayPal on it, that already encrypts it there. But if like you go and buy it on, there's numerous sites that are out there that doesn't have PayPal. They just want your credit card information and then it goes. People can just pull that out and use that information and steal your identity that way too. Mm-hmm. With Viper, it puts like a blanket over it and makes it look Greek to somebody else that looks at it. So therefore they have to decode it to get that information. And with 128 encryption, there's no way that they can decode that because it's constantly changing.
Okay.
So with that, it kind of like blankets your whole entire thing that you're doing on the website or whatever. Mm-hmm. With malware, Malware could be something that's sitting there watching every single website that you go to and giving that information to a third party that's selling to somebody else for money for information on you. So almost in a way, it's stealing your identity too. Because you go to a website once a day, once a month, or whatever, it knows that you're going there and it's constantly giving you advertisements. So every advertisement that you see on the side is that actual program giving that information to someone, and they just constantly are throwing it out, saying, here, go to this website, go to this website.
See, so that's why sometimes when I'm shopping online and then I get on the computer later and there's a bunch of ads on the side for what I was looking at,
Yes.
that's what's happening there. And is that why so many of us have smartphones now? Is that why we would want that protection on our smartphone as
Yes.
well?
The smartphone, like I said, is a computer in itself. There's holes there. I just put something here recently on my actual website that talked about there's so many holes in an actual Android phone that people do not know. If you buy stuff on your Android phone, you're just opening up to so many possibilities. Like another thing with the Viper, they just did an actual competition that they do every year. McAfee, Norton didn't even get on the top 10 list. McAfee got on the top 8. They had 7 false positives. And when you say false positives, it's like them thinking it's a virus or malware and they just delete it. So you could get on your computer and you can have McAfee and all of a sudden it is gone when you get on there. And you're like, why is it gone? Why is it deleting stuff? And that's why. Okay. Viper had 0 false positives and 100% blockage.
Wow.
So it's over the line and everything on all its capabilities, virus and malware. Okay. All that information is on my website also. So if you guys want to know about the next top thing, I mean, the website that I have a news section that has all that information on there, Viper or computer-wise.
Okay. And what was your website address again?
10mantechnology.com.
Okay. And I am very interested in what you do for console repair.
Console repair would be like your Wii, the Wii U, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. So anything that you play video games on. There's also an Alienware console that came out that is like a computer that you can put right on your TV.
Okay. So my daughter plays with her Wii all the time, and if it crashed...
If it crashed or started to eat discs and not popping them out, I would be able to replace like the engine in there that causes the disc to pop out.
Okay.
I would be able to replace that. I've seen a lot of younger kids stick 2 discs in at once,
Yes.
and they'll cause it to go. And then people were just like, well, it's not being able to fix. We'll just throw it out and get a new one. Instead of throwing it out, you can bring it to me and I can go ahead and fix that.
Okay. And now does this include like a DVD player, or is it more games?
Yeah.
A DVD
The
player?
DVD player, it's to a point. They're getting so cheap now that they're maybe like $20 to $30, depending on what you get. To talk about more with the, should I say, the DVD part of it, I also do like updates for the systems, even for Blu-ray, because like there's a constant updates on those, because they're coming out with like Blu-ray 3.0 and all of that. So yeah, there's like I said, the industry is really changing. So there's a
Yes.
lot of updates that you have to have, computer-wise and for console-wise.
Okay. All right. Well, we really have just touched the surface today on all the great services that your business provides, and it's so valuable for us to have you here locally. So thank you so much again for that. And if someone wanted to contact you and utilize some of these great services that you offer, how would they do that?
There is a contact me page on my site at 10mantechnology.com. They can fill out a form, or they can actually call me, and my phone number is the 620-931-5967. Or either they can email me, and that's Timothy_Watson@10mantechnology.com.
Okay, great. All right. And do you have certain office hours?
My office is going to be open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
9 to 5, and you do make house calls or
Yes.
business calls.
And if a business needs me on a weekend, just go ahead and call the phone number, and I will answer, and we can set up something even if it's not on business hours.
Okay, so you're on call then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And I'm Angela Schepmann with the Ellsworth-Kanopolis Area Chamber. This is Timothy Watson with Tin Man Technology, and we are just so happy that you are here with us today. And this is Go Ellsworth, so thank you again.